Okay, Claire, so this is the prototype. Just get in. Okay, so before we start, I just have to tell you that this is a prototype, not the finished app, so certain functions may not work. Be as honest as possible and try and talk while you're going through the app. And I can't prompt you, I can't tell you where to go. Just 3 questions before we start. Do you use an alarm in the mornings?
Yes.
And do you use the snooze function on that alarm?
Yes, I love snoozing.
Love snoozing, perfect. And do you drink a form of caffeine in the mornings?
Yeah, I drink coffee.
Okay, perfect. So you have come to the main landing page and I want you to log in. Okay, so the next thing I want you to add an alarm and set it for 7:30. And at that point, I want you to set a snooze time for 5 minutes.
Okay, it's
Okay.
oh, that's in minutes.
Yeah.
That's not really clear at all. That looks like hours, minutes, seconds.
Okay.
And also you've know kind of what it is. It doesn't describe underneath what they are. So I would think that was for 5 seconds.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Oh, now I see it's for 5-minute intervals. Okay.
So the next thing I want to do is look at the snooze cycle. It's a snooze report and it just gives you a visual of what you snoozed and what you haven't.
Okay.
So now return to the home page.
Where's the home page? Oh, you should go back that way. Yeah, I think it needs a home button.
Okay. And then I want you to go to the loyalty section.
Mm-hmm.
And for the purpose of this app, I just want you to go to add another alarm.
Okay.
And this is a sample of an alarm going off. And at that point, I want you to hit the snooze button. But at this point, you've changed your mind and you're not going to snooze. And that's it. That's the simple app.
Okay,
Any
so
feedback?
yeah, so how is it Sorry. How is it valuable for the coffee shop? Because if I can come in at any time and turn the snooze off to gain a new coffee, like, is it only once you set a snooze, is it set forever, like set until that next morning, or can you turn the snooze off at any time?
No, it's set for the next morning.
Okay, so you basically have to say no to snoozing.
Yes.
Okay,
To
then
register that you haven't actually snoozed.
Okay. Yeah, so is it set for, like, can I pick the days here which I want?
For the second version of this app, it will give you the option of setting days. Just for the sake of this prototype,
Okay.
it just gave you a sample of setting a number of alarms.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, I think a home button, and not necessarily, like, I think, look, I can only move out of here if I click back. I prefer to be able to just go through, like, say, okay, now I'm looking at alarms, now I want to go to loyalty, rather than having to go back. I think that might be a little bit easier. The snooze cycle, so snooze 1, switch off immediately, no alarms, and can I change the dates?
You can. It will give you the option of changing per weekly or monthly. And it will just give you a report of how often you have snoozed, how often you've used the snooze function, and how many times you used it.
Okay, you might want to change up the date functionality there. It's like,
oh no, it will give you the option just for the
no, but even how it's displayed, I was like, your like calendar days, maybe you should kind of like have all of the January, maybe don't, instead of 2, have it as February.
Okay.
I think the date, like, when I look at that, I'm like, it's a lot of numbers in front of you, so it might be easier to read if you just kind of have like 1st Jan, and maybe then that you don't have the year.
Okay.
Just to make it easier to read. That's my snooze. Then, yeah, it might be interesting to have a bit more information about the coffee shop and that in here.
And that is the you will be able to swipe those frames.
The other thing I think might be really useful is, why would you use this app, and what are the benefits of not snoozing?
That's at the very start when you first log in,
Okay.
but to give you more information about the benefits of snoozing throughout the app.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Perfect.
like, you know, it might be really good to pop up like, oh, you know, you're potentially, you haven't snoozed an X amount of time, you're gaining health benefits XYZ.
Okay.
You know, I think that
that's
might
an
be interesting.
interesting
Because
one.
to me, the reason why people are doing this, one, to get coffee, but also because snoozing's bad for them.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
It's an interesting one.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much. And the colours?
Yeah, I don't know. I think you might want to look at colours that are kind of sleep oriented.